What's up guys, Bodybuilding Vegan, and I'm gonna take you through possibly the best quad exercise ever created. What's up y'all, Bodybuilding Vegan here. We're gonna go step by step through how to get set up and properly use the hack squat machine. But I do wanna show you one thing before we get started. On this one, we have the capability, we have the opportunity to use this band. And what this is called on a hack squat like this is called a reverse band. What the band is actually doing is it's pulling the machine up towards the top. Now the band right now, it's not very strong. It's not a very strong position for this band. It's not very tight. However, as I lower this machine down and get closer and closer towards the bottom of the movement, that band is gonna really come into play. And so, I like having the band because it takes a bit of tension off my knees, and it just really seems to allow this movement to feel better for me. The band itself, again, it will really take off a lot of tension at the bottom when we're in this potentially more compromised spot for the knees. And as we drive back up to the top, it gets looser, which is actually what we want, because as we're coming up, the weight actually feels heavier and heavier and heavier because the band's doing less work, and it allows our quads to do more work. So the way I view it is, I'm doing 3 plates with the band right here. If I took the band off, it'd probably be the equivalent of an extra plate. So I could probably handle 2 plates without the band or 3 plates with it, if that makes sense. This is not a working set, but this is just getting set up. So first thing we're gonna wanna do is foot position. Some of this will depend on the machine, some of it will depend upon your ankles. If you have great ankle mobility and the machine allows for it, you can probably come low like this. Maybe not quite with your heels off the pad, but towards the lower side. If you're like myself and you have kind of average or maybe even sub-average ankle mobility, you might wanna bring your feet a little bit higher. The ultimate goal here as we go down is going to be keeping everything nice in alignment. Hips, knees, toes. So what I mean by that is, I don't want your toes out super wide and your knees going forward. If your knees like to go forward, point your toes forward. However, if your knees like to go out, don't do this. Point your toes out slightly. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down, keeping our lower back and our upper back and our shoulders driven back into the machine, and allow our knees to come forward. You'll probably, depending upon your machine, need to hold the handles in or bring them in. I usually bring them in like this. I'm kind of holding with my elbows so I can put my hands here, get really set up, take a nice big deep breath. Lower down nice and slow. Now I like to do a trust exercise, like, oh no, I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, well I'm safe here. I know I can fail safely here. I can put all the plates in the world, and if I get down to this position, I can roll out. Now, not every machine is like this, so you should have, with very light weight or even no weight, a practice run of, oh no, it's too heavy, or oh no, my toe hurts, and now I'm stuck at the bottom, am I getting squished? I'm not getting squished here, so that tells me this is a very safe exercise to go to failure on. With a barbell squat or another machine, it might not be comfortable to go fully to failure, or even safe, so you need to check that. All right, so once we're in this bottom position, I don't really like to actually bottom out. You'll press throughout your whole foot, but trying to drive more so with your heels. Use your toes for balance, but your heels to generate the force, and drive back up. And then how this might actually look doing a couple reps. We're gonna go down, down. Once that hip goes below the knee, if you got a little bit more range of motion, go stretch the quad, drive back up. Down, drive back up, squeeze the quad. Maybe a momentary touch at the bottom, but we're not trying to bounce off the bottom. All right, so that's how a warm-up set should look for these. And I will see y'all back in a few minutes once I've hit all my warm-up sets, and I'll demonstrate what a working set might look like here. The goal here is to maintain good form throughout, drive really hard, demonstrate to you guys what intensity looks like here, intensity with control. If I fail, we've already proven that's safe. I get a little nervous before these, but that's okay. I think that heightens your awareness and allows you to perform better. So no injuries allowed. Keep it tight, keep it controlled. Oh. Luckily, I got saved by our job, one of my good friends, but when you're in the right gym, somebody will do that for you. Whew. All right. Goddamn. All right, so that's how you do a hack squat. If you don't look like this after it, you might have had some reps in the tank. Make sure you save, share, subscribe, whatever the fucking words are. Losing my hearing. Send this to somebody that needs to improve their leg day. Bodybuilding Vegan out.